When I think about Ryuk and I think about the initial infection vector, this one is typically a phishing email with a malicious Word document attached. So unfortunately, in this case, users are still the weakest link. Once that phishing email is downloaded, it usually leads to one of two things. Emotet or TrickBot is the initial infection, but ultimately TrickBot landing on your endpoints. Both of those are banking Trojans that present different risks to your enterprise or environment. I won't dive too deep into those. But with TrickBot, the important thing to note is that actually has a remote access module or capability that allows the actor to get into your network with a reverse shell. So now through a phishing email and the TrickBot banking Trojan, they gained access into your network to be able to then start doing some additional recon, credential scraping, things of that nature to try and identify what systems are in your environment, what users are there, how can they get a domain administrator account, ultimately doing things to prepare your environment to deploy out ransomware. We've seen them deploy different tool sets like Metasploit, Cobalt Strike, and even PowerShell Empire Framework to try and collect and gather additional information prior to deploying ransomware in your environment. Now you see a timeline on there of about 3 weeks to 3 months. That's not really a firm and fast rule, but that's about the average of what we're seeing from an initial TrickBot infection to Ryuk ransomware. And so ultimately that means you have time to try and detect TrickBot, get it out of your network prior to the ransomware deployment. Because when TrickBot's left unchecked, it almost always leads to Ryuk ransomware.